So here we are on the St. Johns River at the Indian Mound. And as you can see, it's a gigantic floodplain. And sticking up out of the middle of this floodplain is this incredible Indian Mound. And the Indians that made this were here for thousands of years. So we really don't know what the configuration of the river was back in that day, but we suspect that the river came through here just like it did, or does now, and it did then, and they worked the river, got food off of it, fresh water, and also made this Indian mound, which is called a midden. A midden. And if you look at all this detritus on the ground, all those specks you see that are not white and shells, all of that is pottery shards. Look at the pottery shards right here. Those pottery shards got here because erosion from the river and rain has taken that bank down and put those shells here, or put those pottery shards here. And there is Ace, and there's some birds flying, but as far as the eye can see, it's beautiful floodplain like this. And there's airboats out there, and they meander around the water, and the river meanders around. And I'm going to take you on top. There is my buddies. My buddies are the ones with the hats. The ones with the saddles are the horses. I know it's hard to tell them apart. And I'm going to take you up on the Indian Mound. Here we go. This thing is huge. It is huge. And if you see in the distance those palm trees, that is the gateway to coming out here to this mound. And look here how the floodplain goes south. You're looking south. And here you're looking north. And you can see where the airboat guys would come in and left trash. But this is an Indian mound. And you can see where people have dug into it illegally. But look at this Indian mound. Look how large it is and how tall it is. It's absolutely amazing. Just amazing. Here's a spot where somebody dug looking for junk. Here's another spot where they dug. Here's another spot where they dug. Where we find bones, charred bones down there on the bottom. And we don't think those are people's bones. We think those are from hogs and cows and stuff that the Indians slaughtered. And in that direction down there where you see the tree line end is another Indian mound like this one. And I would say that this one is 75 feet, 100 feet across, and 50 feet wide. But just look at that view. And we rode the horses out here. What a day. It's in the latter part of November. And there's cows. They let cows out here to graze from this big ranch. And you're looking due east right now. That is due north, and that is due west. And that's a very interesting mound right there where you see those palm trees, and we came right through there. And that may be another Indian mound there. But those tree lines represent the end of the floodplain. And that's all. Hey!